Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm Banto. Today we're playing a game called Stonehearth, a cute little colony building strategy game where you can be very creative. So if you haven't seen this game, this is the game we're playing today, and I want to show you guys a thing that I've been working on. So guys asked me for doing some walls. I haven't done any walls so far, we might do so later. But I did get some pretty interesting suggestions as well, which is what I've been working on a little bit. We're not complete or anything like that, but I want to show you guys. So Danny said we can make some Quays or something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but instead of having walls, I made this thing here. So I have this going along the side of the island, and I made some bridges going out like that, where some smaller boats can be docked. And the idea that I had for this one, that maybe someone will go here and do a little bit of fishing as well. So that is why I decided to put a few fishing nets over here, a little bit of crate, and I added these lamps because I might be one of using them. I love how these look. This is probably one of my favorite lights in the game, and they feel kind of hard to get. I'm not entirely sure yet how you even get them. I know that sometimes some traders has them, but I guess it's a town tier upgrade that it seems that I haven't been able to get at least. So that's what we got going on, and then I decided to make this little area, which I thought would be fun and interesting to have this little stone part going down there, and then another lamp here, and then I made a little wood way, because over here we have a building. I decided to do one here. First I started with a yellow roof, just like the main buildings. But then I thought maybe the buildings surrounding the island will be more of the darker red-brownish shading instead of the yellow, and the yellow will be more of the center buildings in town. And our bridge is being done as well. I did fix a few little things here. We're missing a line here. Thank you, Danny, for pointing that out. So that is fixed now. And the water level has decreased a little bit since I had to destroy it and then rebuild it again, but we can increase the water because we have a geomancer. So with the geomancer that we have over here, we can make some whetstones. So we can make the small one, or we can make the great whetstone, and with those we can provide water and fill this up again. And this one gives 4 times more moist than a regular whetstone. The tears, they are tears of happiness. And another thing we did in a previous episode is that we did find a bug out here in the wilderness that had a little plant next to it. What's a little bit mysterious over here. So apparently this is a glow bud, and it doesn't work like the normal Ace updated herbs in the game. You will pretty much be harvesting this one over and over. So for that reason I'm gonna carry this over and put it inside of a town if we can. Maybe we can't do that. Interesting. I don't think we can even move this one. Okay. But we can harvest it again. I wonder out to harvest, it probably doesn't work on that one either. I wonder if you can loot, like claim this one. Doesn't seem so. So that one we're gonna have to harvest, and we might be getting some seeds eventually. We have only harvested at one time, so I'm not entirely sure if we have been given any seed. Oh, we do have one. Nice. Okay, so this one, guys, we are gonna put it out nearby our farm area. Maybe over here. And now my little mysterious forest. There we go. You know, it would be kind of fun to put these vines growing up on the little side here of the mountain. We made this with the geomancer before. If anyone has seen the geomancer, you can pretty much manipulate the terrain. You can create water, you can remove water, you can create terrain, you can create ore veins, you can create monuments, and there's all kind of cool stuffs with it. Ooh, there's some nice sounds going on. We got some springtime winds. But yeah, this is what we got going on here. I really like how it looks. I do like what I did over here, just to make it more interesting than just having it like go around the island, right? And I might do what I did here at this side, but I'm not entirely sure if I will or not. Because it might be interesting to have it looking different at every side as well. And over here I will probably be filling that in, so I think that's gonna look a little bit better. And if we would want to, we could do that thing over there as well. But like I said, I maybe don't want to do the same thing at both sides. Sometimes it can be fun to do it a little bit different, and maybe someone will get a little bit of OCD from that, but I think it's kind of fun sometimes to make things look a little bit different everywhere. So for example, we can do it like that. But over here I think I will leave it like this, but I'm not a fan actually of it popping out like that, so I might actually go entirely without it for this side, like I said. And let's see, I think we get some attackers, we get the invaders over here. Oh no, there's a big orc army over here. Okay, let's get our troops ready. Gonna go and bring them out and destroy these, hopefully. Jump is turned on, let's throw in some energy tonics. Let's make them creative and then go to battle. And I'm gonna try a better way to remove Ace Armor. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it so, because I think that is what's bugging out our Lord class, that it's not equipping the appropriate weapons and armor. And our Lord is Banto, he's really fast though, gotta go fast it seems. Let's go for the kobold up here. I prefer to fight upside here on the land. Feel like fire arrow in the water shouldn't be that effective, should it? You know, it would be really cool if we can put some like tar on the ground and turn oil on fire and stuff like that and combine different elements to create things. I'm not sure if that is something that Ace intends to do or other mods intends to do, but that would be an interesting like defensive tactic to be added to the game, other than having turrets and traps, right? So that would be kind of a trap, but you have to think about it a little bit yourself, and perhaps you can combine that with engineer as well. So the engineer could use their water gates, but instead you have some oil behind them, and then you drop it out when enemies comes out, and then you put it on fire. That would be pretty cool. I feel like our troop is doing really good. We could throw in some strength, I guess, to make them really courageous. Give them a little bit of stamina, why not? I don't really think we need it, but let's do it anyway. Let's be more overpowered. And I have a few windows here, and the reason I have them here is because I made a mod called Glowing Windows, and that mod hasn't added these 4 different windows, and I will be adding them very soon to the Glow Window mod, and I have to remake the effect for the small arrow windows. But those are gonna be updated hopefully in like 2 weeks time or something like that. And I will also be adjusting a little bit for the Firefly Goblin clans, or their windows will be most likely be glown a little bit like their own candles, a little bit greenish, to fit the kingdom. Travel summary, we got some from Nanderbergen, a mud sign, a mud sign. Thank you. Tomtee brings a list of presents. Oh, that's a lot of wishes, but we can do this. So we're delivering some presents over here that we made in the past. So those we're gonna bring over. Tomtee received the presents. A Tomtee shall deliver these presents to the destination as soon as possible. For our help, we are rewarded with some crafting recipe. You must click it and use the learn command to unlock the recipe. If inside the container, use the town inventory screen to interact with it. You received 4 Frostfeast crafting recipes. Okay, that's cool. So I'm guessing they will be at the flag. Let's see. There we go. I never seen these scrolls. Look beautiful. I would love to get more scrolls that way. You know, sometimes in this game I wish that we can find more craftable recipes in that way. Like, maybe there would be some recipes, crafters and so on that would come by your towns and merchants to sell you things, rather than like seeing everything you can do from the beginning. Frostfeast crafting recipe. Let's see, I wonder if they tell us what we learn. The Weaver unlocked a new recipe. Okay, doesn't say what it unlocked, but it did unlock something. So let's see what we got. Oh, here we have it. A big Frostfreeze stocking. Nice. You know, I might want to do some hunter hats, but we don't have a hunter yet. I'm pretty sure we only have trappers so far, but a hunter would be nice. It's another class added to the game through a mod, and the link to that, the name to that is in the description of the video, so you guys can go grab it. And all the other mods that I'm using is also in the video description, so you can go to Steam Workshop and search for them and download them yourself and play around with them. But I think we should get a hunter, that would be nice. But the Frostfeast stocking requires cloth, thread and wool, so that would be nice. So it's pretty much a decorative thing, it's really beautiful, high appeal. Let's make 2 for fun, let's see what more we got. The herbalist, oh really? Let's see. Ooh, Frostfeast Silver Pine. I think the Frostfeast has their own category all the time, so let's try another one. Carpenter. Herbalist again. that one, I love that one. I want to do some of those. That would be nice to decorate around winter. Let's see if for the carpenter as well. Ooh, blue Frostfeast table. That is neat. That is neat. I wonder if I queue up like a ton of these, if I can keep making them or not. I'm not entirely sure, because I have it on maintain queue, right? I'm just gonna see if it works or not. But that's cool, we got some new Frostfeast decoration, and if you wonder how you get those, you have to get them in the season of winter in real life pretty much, and after that they disable the things, so nowadays you can't really get it unless you change some code or something for it. So this house is also part of this, which isn't really a good way to do it, I would say. A solution to this would be to remove everything else and leave the house and then save the house and then add this back in, but I think that's gonna be really troublesome, because to be able to fit this perfectly together with this and everything here, I think that's gonna be real hard to do, but it could be worth it because then we could build this in parts pretty much. And I thought that we could have had this connected all the way to the building, but I thought it would be fun with a little bit of water and kind of a bridge going over here, and that's the entrance to the building. And we do need to have a stair to get up to the second floor though, so maybe somewhere here in the corner over here. So let's start with a little staircase, and I'm gonna make this one in stone actually this time. So we're gonna start something like this. And I will have to decide, guys, if I want to have walls or not, but I kind of changed my mind a little bit about that. Because I think this looks pretty good without walls. But who knows, guys, maybe there will be walls outside protecting even before you get to the water. But we shall see, we shall see. Not every town in IRL has defensive walls. I do live in an old town and we don't really have any walls like that. And as far as I know, there have never been. But it was defensive in other ways, I guess, because you couldn't just get there were cannons, different fortresses protecting it, so I guess that were never needed. So there we go, that's a way to get up here, and I think I might fill this entire space out down here, like that at least. Let's just fill it out. And what we can do here as well, which I like to do, is to go and texturize it a bit. I have noticed a few things, by the way. When you make big buildings like this, when you have a lot of blocks, it's very laggy when I have to repaint color over things, right? So I think it's worth to try, if possible, to split up your build if there's made in a lot of blocks, because it will become a little bit laggy and so on. So what I'm doing here, I'm also just gonna texturize it a little bit. It is very laggy, like I'm saying, but like I said, it is kind of worth to try to split up builds because it makes it less laggy. I don't know if it creates more lag having big builds when they're built as well. It might be the case, but who knows. But if I, for example, to the same building, I would add a wall here, right? And then we're gonna paint it. There's no lag at all, right? But as the moment we go here, it's laggy because it's connected with everything going around here, right? And this is its own kind of piece in the building. So one way, I guess, would be, for example, if we want to go dig out here, it maybe will be possible. I'm not entirely sure if it will be. But if we would drag up here, so I started out here and then I'm gonna connect it. Let's try to go into the paint mode. So you see it's not lag at all, right? Here though, it is laggy, right? So I think if we do connect these, it's not gonna be the same. Let's see. So you see, no lag, lag. So that way you could, instead of having the entire thing be the same, you can split it up in parts. And I'm gonna try to remember that myself. It's a little bit more work, but it is less laggy, and maybe even while playing the game it will be less lag as well, and the less lag the better, right? So that's some good tips that I want to share with you guys, that I kinda just myself got started with. And as you can see here as well, it's very laggy. So if I would remove this, right, like so, and then I would go back down here, and then we'll go remove a little bit here, and we can drag it up. This shouldn't be the same, right? So it seems like there may be a difference if you're dragging things up, I guess. So what I'm gonna try then instead, I guess another way would be to drag it up like this, repaint most of the stuff before going up with it, just to make it a little bit less laggy. Okay, so it did work, okay. The first time it didn't for some reason. So now it works. It's really easy to see because it becomes really laggy here. I mean, one here is smooth. So that's some tips that I want to share with you guys. And something I like to do when designing is I prefer to add a little bit of crates and stuff around. I think it looks really neat. Over here though, a barrel would be neat. I love barrels, they are nice decorations. So maybe we can have a barrel sitting over here, that's where he can live. That's nice. I did decide to add some lanterns hanging on the walls here and another one over there. That's gonna be neat. Here I haven't really decided. The first my idea was to have a building, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to have that anymore because I made this bridge. But it may be that I will make like another building. It may be that I might be doing it, for example, over here. Having it go in that direction instead of the same one. I think that might be pretty neat. But at the same time it would be nice to have this a little bit open here. So I'm not entirely sure, guys. But I do hope you guys like how it looks on this one so far. I do have to add a little fireplace. We're gonna do a little bit on the inside. These are kind of beautiful, by the way. They don't go all the way up, but they are pretty beautiful. They look great. But I'm not entirely sure how the smoke works. I might want to try this one someday again. But the one we're gonna be using is the small normal fireplace. That's from the Nordling Kingdom mod. And maybe we can divide this up into having an inside wall on this building as well. And I think the way that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this a little bit different maybe than how I normally do it. Or let's start from here. So you see I can't see through the wall here, right? But I can see from this side. So if I do that, I can see that. But I'm thinking of perhaps removing the very, very lowest part of this. For some reason it's removing the floor. There we go. Then I was thinking that I could add just normal blocks here, right? Because then when I'm gonna look through, so I will be looking through like that, or looking through like that. So there will always be something showing me like where the wall is. It can be a little bit confusing if you don't do that. At least I think so. So let's do that. And we need a bed in here. It's only gonna be a single house, so someone's gonna have a great nice house for himself. And bed color, I kinda wanna go for a jelly one for this time. Let's go for a little dresser for the house. Oh, maybe ornated dresser, that would be neat. Maybe here, that would be a nice place for it. But perhaps a little table then, next to the bed. Oh, maybe one of these? I don't know. Looks kind of weird. I think that one fits there pretty good. And I wanted to show you guys a trick if you haven't seen it before. I have showed you guys it before, but maybe you haven't seen it anyway. So if we use the freestanding wall, really important. So you have to use that thing. I'm gonna place object on the table, and this works pretty much everywhere, right? Sometimes it doesn't place in the correct order while building. But this way we can place things on this. If we go to, for example, decorations, we can find something we want to have there. Maybe a potted flower that's huge. That's way too big, right? We could put a teapot, we can do it later as well, of course. But for example, maybe we'll have a potted frost snap sitting there. Like I said, it is really big though, compared to the table. That's not a really big table, but it's a nice neat thing. Perhaps we could have a green oil pot, for example, giving a little bit light inside of here, right? And then what you do is to just use the hole tool to remove. Important, use the hole tool, do not use the rubber erase tool. They work totally different. So there we go. And we could make another floor up here for some kind of storage, but I don't think I'm gonna do it for this house. So it really depends on how advanced you want to make your houses, but what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just add this in. They might be building this a bit faster because we're doing this thing. I'm not entirely sure if they will. There are a few tricks to build fast in the game and they can be really neat. I don't use them very often because I don't want to be limited by those ways to build faster, but there are ways to build houses faster, but that's not what I do. I want to focus on making it beautiful. There we go, and we can tag this as a wall as well and do it the same way. So look for there, not for this way. So that's pretty neat. They would be their own separate rooms pretty much. And maybe we want to recolor this room, right? So let's go in. I'm gonna single paint this room first with a bright brownish color. The entire room we're gonna start with. And I think I just want to drop in a few random colorations like this. It's not gonna look like a luxurious place with super fine flooring. It's gonna be a little seaside house. I think it's kinda nice to divide a few rooms in different coloration. Not every room has to be, but it's kinda nice to divide a few of them. So downstairs, I kinda wanna make a room here as well. Or maybe as a wall that separates it. Or we can keep it open. Or maybe as a wall over here. And drag it up. And then we're gonna go in and color it a bit. Like that. That is fine, just to divide rooms a bit. Because then we can have some inside like decoration. We can have, for example, we can have some tapestry sitting here. That's really big for the wall though. Or we can have some candles. We do have some pretty beautiful ones. And we do have like this one. Iron candle bar. There should be another, let's see. Iron candle holder, the smaller one. So we can have, for example, one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. To have two at the same distance. And down here we can have some tables, so we can have some dining and eat down here together, right? That's nice. So we need some chairs for this. I'm just gonna go for standard, normal wooden chairs for this house. Like I said, I don't want to make it look too fine. It's gonna be pretty basic. Because they're probably not that rich living in this one. But adding a flower or something like that would still be pretty neat. It would be cute to have a little fox sitting outside. Or maybe a little wee rabbit, they're pretty nice. You can sit next to the staircase. That is looking cute, I like it. I like to add a little bit of cuteness everywhere, it's pretty neat. So sleeping room, and this will be the fireplace, and we might make it a little bit cozier. Perhaps we can add some kind of flower. I do like the padded, what's the name again? Potted fox lily. I think they're pretty beautiful. I like the coloration of those. It looks like foxes really. And that's why we got the name right. The long wall banner, I recently bought some of them and I might be putting them on the side of our bridge later, but I wanted to see if I can actually change colors on these. Okay, can change on those. Those would be really neat to have in different colorations. So I do feel pretty satisfied what we got going on here really. I might want to make like the path where you go up to the stair in a different color. Sometimes I like to do it that way. Maybe it's weird, maybe it's not, but I kinda like it this way. and a little bit randomly colored. Maybe this area can also be different colored. And in that corner, I'm not sure what we can have, maybe some crates or something. You probably want to have some storage inside, where they store the goods, and then add some small one for a little bit of variation, right? And we could do maybe one of those, and perhaps that can be in the corner over there, and that can hold, for example, food or anything like that. And if you want to, we could have one of these outside. That would be maybe a nice neat decoration as well for the building. Because maybe there are fishing in the free time, or maybe there are fishermen living in that one. And a wooden floor mat. I wonder how many of those we have. Can we make them even? We can't, but I wonder how many do we have? Because I think that is from the amber stone, so may want to avoid using that one. I like how it looks though, it's really beautiful. So let's go for rug and then go for fur rug, so not too expensive. And I want to have it next to the bed, kinda like that. And maybe in front of the fire we can have one or two or something like that. Might be a bit weird. I'm gonna have it just in front of the door over there. And maybe downstairs here we can have it under the table. It's gonna be a little bit hard to fit it good though, so I might skip that. Or maybe a little floor mat under there. I don't know. It looks kinda weird to have it under just a few crates though. But we can have just one where we get inside of the building like that. So that is pretty neat. So let me know guys what you think about this construction. It's not final, we can do a lot of touches. I don't want to start to build it yet because we're already building our big bridge over here that's gonna take quite a long time to do. But meanwhile they're building it, I thought like it would be fun to design a few things for the future that we can be using, right? And this bridge over here, I feel like I kinda want to remove it. At the moment we might benefit from having it, but we're gonna go over the big bridge soon. We do have ladders to go across. So I actually think we're gonna destroy the old bridge. Let's go ahead and do that. And that also means we might want to move our turrets over to the other side for now. So let's move the defensive positions. Let's maybe undeploy them first, let's do that. Might be a little bit better. We do have a ladder to remove there, let's see. It should be safe to remove it. Because we have ladders at the other side, because we don't want people to die down there as well, of course. So undeploy these. Gotta cancel the placement of those. We don't really need this wall anymore. There we go, and this one I think we have to undeploy like that. Get away the ladders. So yeah guys, there's a little bit of building and thinking about some designs and stuff like that, and let me know, do you guys think I should do another house over here? Or should I not do it? Something I would love to do, I want to make a harbor area later on that's gonna have like a crane house, and it's gonna be a place for bigger ships to dock and deliver goods and buy and sell and stuff like that. So it's gonna be kind of like a trade area, and where that is gonna be, I'm not entirely sure, but it might be all the way over here. But we shall see, it could be here as well, but that's next to the farm. So I'm not sure if that would be a good place for it. But guys, thanks for watching today's episode of Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video. And I hope to see you guys very soon again. So thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.